All right, so today we're going to talk about subtracting integers, 1.6. So subtracting integers is pretty much the same thing as we talked about when we were talking about adding, okay? So if we are going to have subtracting integers, if we have 3 minus 7, right? 3 minus 7, so we're subtracting integers now, right? So this is positive, just like we talked about earlier, right? If we had one's positive, one negative, we subtract from the large from the small one, we get 4, and then which one has the larger one? Is it a negative or is it a positive? It's a negative one, right? So it's going to be negative. Okay, so that's how you would work that. Okay, so let's say I had 5 minus 10. Again, so I have a positive, I have a negative here. So I'm going to subtract 5 from 10, so I get 5. And this is the positive one, this is the negative one. The negative one is larger. I go like that. If I had, so that's how we would work it. Okay? So that's how you subtract integers. So let's go ahead and look at example number 1 and see if we can figure this out. Example number 1, we have 4 minus 10. 4 minus 10, this is A. Okay, 4 minus 10, so again, I have a positive and a negative, so I'm going to subtract the 10 from the 4, I get 6. Then the negative number is larger, so it's going to be negative. B, question is negative 2 minus 9. So when I am subtracting a negative, or if I have a minus and a minus, these become positives. So this is going to end up like this. Okay, so this negative becomes positive. So if I have this, now I have negative and a positive. So I subtract from the 9, 2, which is going to be 7. Which one is larger? The positive one is larger, so this is a positive 7, or just 7, correct? Okay, let's see if we can do example number 2. Example number 2. When x is equal to negative 9, given that x is equal to negative 9, you have a x minus 40, like that, okay? So again, you have a double negative here. You're subtracting a negative number. So when you have two negatives, they become positive. So this is the same as that. So now I put the negative 9 in there. I get negative 9 plus 40. One is positive, one is negative. So I subtract from the larger number the smaller number. I get 40 minus 9, which is 31. The larger number is the positive number, so it's going to be positive 31. Okay, the other one, B. 7 minus x. So 7 minus, where x is, I'm going to put minus 9. Again, I have a minus minus, or negative negative thing here. So this is the same as a positive. 7 plus 9 is 16. Okay, so that's how you work that. Let's see if we can do example number 3. Example number 3, to answer the question of elevation, so change in elevation is the elevation that so the new elevation minus the old. So whenever a question asks for the change in something or whatever, you always take the new, subtract out the old, okay? So the new one here is what? The new one is the elevation in 2002, which is negative 182. So that's negative 182 here. So that's the new. And the old one was what? The old one was negative 253, 235. And you're subtracting that old. New from the old. So new from the old. Okay? So here I have a subtracting a negative thing. So I have a negative and a negative becomes positive. 182 plus 235. So this is nothing more than 235, so I have a plus and a negative. So I subtract from here that, I'm going to get 1853. And the positive one is larger than the negative one, so this is positive. So the change is going to be positive 53. Okay, so that's how you work that. Oh, and that's it. We are done with 1.6.